So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. Welcome to the Daisy World Multiplier System. And my name is Solomon James. And tonight I'm again excited to be here with some team of leaders to share something that we find very exciting. And every day we get more excited about the possibilities ahead. And if you are joining us for the very first time, welcome. Just fasten your seatbelt, and it's going to be an interesting 45 minutes of your time to show you what this is capable of doing within the next 6 months to 2 years. We'll be showing you the possibilities and why we are excited. So that being said, before we roll off, let's begin with a preview to set the tone for the discourse tonight. Please do take a listen.
What if you could have the advantage of owning stock equity in the most disruptive financial technology companies before they go public, and at the same time earn ongoing profit-sharing rewards and income simply by becoming a part of a record-breaking crowdfunding platform? Profits, equity, and income. Welcome to Daisy. Daisy, which stands for Decentralized AI System, is a smart contract crowdfunding model that is truly breaking industry records. And with over 100,000 contributors and over 120 million in contributions in its first 30 days, Daisy is positioned to be the fastest billion-dollar project of its kind. For as little as a 100 USDT contribution, Daisy members have instant access to profits, equity, and income. And it is all done with 100% transparency on the blockchain. The first technology company that the Daisy community is crowdfunding is Endotech, a brilliant financial technology team that has developed the AI backbone for many of the top financial institutions around the world, and is now developing the next generation of AI trading technology for today's financial markets, including digital currency. During Daisy's Phase 1 crowdfunding window, every member who contributes $100 or more will receive stock equity in Endotech prior to the company going public. And it doesn't stop with equity. Every member also receives 70% of the profit rewards generated from the ongoing performance of Endotech's AI trading system. Daisy's first crowdfunding phase has a limited placement of 500 million USDT into live trading for the purpose of testing and development, and has already exceeded 60 million in just the first 30 days of being live. And because Daisy is a 100% peer-to-peer model, over 50 million USDT has been rewarded directly to the Daisy members by the smart contract. Daisy has been recognized as the most powerful community and crowdfunding model ever created, where every member can have profits, equity, and income, even if you never refer a single person. If you love the idea of benefiting from emerging financial technology companies, if you want to take advantage of the digital currency revolution, regardless of if the markets are up or down, and if you're open to diversifying your profits, equity, and income, we hope that you will accept our invitation to learn more and watch the next video. It could very well be the smartest 10-minute decision you have ever made.
Okay, and there you have it. Profit, equity, and income by becoming a venture capitalist with as little as $100. That is our discourse for tonight. But first, how do you become a venture capitalist, or what is a venture capital? Well, venture capital, VC, as some would like to refer to it, is a form of private equity and is a type of financing that investors provide to startup companies and small businesses that are believed to have long-term growth potential. Now, again, I like to set the framework here for getting VCs involved with your dream is that they see the potential for growth, not an overnight growth, but over a long period of time. So once they get to see that what you are offering, what you are bringing to the table has growth potential over the next coming years, then they are willing to put money into such dreams and ideas. So venture capital generally comes from well-off investors. They come from investment banks and other financial institutions. Now, this according to Investopedia.com. Now, did you know that brands today, popular brands such as Netflix, Shopify, Uber, Airbnb, and many others all needed venture capital? And the venture capitalists who had put in their funds into those dreams in their early formative days today are all cashing out very big profit. Now, so we get to see things, these brands, Netflix. You wouldn't know that Netflix needed some money to be able to move up. You didn't know that Uber needed some money to move up. So again, the reason why that is because of the amount of money needed most times, and the VCs themselves, I mean, these people are capitalists. So once they see an opportunity, they milk it out without it even coming into the public. So it's years later, you now get to know there was an opportunity that you could have entered from the back door to also partake of such opportunities and also win big with them. Now, I like to tell a story of an entertainer called Nasri Jones. Nasri Jones is a rapper. They call him Rapper Nas. Well, about 80 years ago, when Coinbase was trying to venture in as an exchange into the crypto space. Now, remember 2013, the crypto space was still very, very in its infant stage. You were talking about the days of the Mount Gogo or what, and things like that. A lot of people didn't really believe in it. And so imagine back then somebody now says, I want to be a part of this. This is the idea I have for the crypto space. And many people didn't believe in it, but they had their ideas and they put it out. Few persons actually took them on it and they gave them some few millions, but that was not enough. So they came back into the market in what they called Series B round. Okay, back in 2013, they were to raise $25 million for the next phase that they needed. I mean, that's back 2013. That's still some amount of money. But Rapanas is an entertainer. Okay, I don't know. For him, he's not playing because he understood crypto, as it were. But he understood, he was trying to buy into something that was still in its infancy, that if this thing goes well, we saw the possibility of making a lot of money. So through his Queensbridge venture partners, Rapanas was able to put out between $100,000 to $500,000 back in 2013. Now, it took a while, which is why we talk about your expectation, because for some persons, you put in 100,000 naira, and the next day, I never see profit or I never see gain. I mean, you must have that long-term perspective. You are a venture capitalist, and this is how they play the game. They understand that wealth is built over the long term, so they want to spread their seeds into multiple things. Some do work, some don't. You've got to go watch out Shark Tank, and sometimes the analysis go well, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they turn down some of these ideas, and the ideas go big. And later you get to watch interviews with these Shark Tank guys, and they tell you they regret not participating in some of those ideas. Well, Rapanas took his chances, and April this year, Coinbase went public. April this year, and his contribution of between $100,000 to about $500,000 was worth over $100 million, and he cashed out about $40 million from Coinbase IPO. So how do you put in $100,000 and you catch a $40 million? Somebody will say, "Wow, that's quite some huge profit." But hey, it took 8 years. He allowed his money to work for him, and when they went big, he cashed out. So you might not never get to hear about Rapanas, but you get to hear about Coinbase. But the guy is making his own money and getting involved in other vested interests that he might deem of interest to him. So what are we talking about here is the fact that people can engage in these VC ventures if they have all the necessary information with regards to the possibilities and the numbers ahead. Now, what if you could participate in a venture capital raise of the world's biggest financial technology project with as little as $100? Now, imagine yourself receiving equity and profit from the development of a new technology that will change the whole financial trading industry. I want to believe that when Rapanas was probably putting his money down towards Coinbase, people said, be careful, there are too many scams to be careful. And today, he is better off for taking that courageous step. So imagine yourself today also receiving such. Now, the best part of this venture capital raise is it's only available for general public. It's for the little guys like me and you. Sorry, I'm not that I'm calling you that you are little. You could be a big guy in your own right. But like we said, this is normally for the investment firms, hedge funds, financial institutions, and big guys out there. But what we have today is not only for the big end of the town. We can also be a part of such move. Now, what I do know is that already big institutional investment firms came knocking at the door, offering their money to buy us out. I do know they offered about $700 million just a couple of weeks ago to take everything over. I mean, these guys are capitalists. You must understand that. Offering $700 million to take out the entire project. That was to rob you of your chance and rob me of my chance. But thankfully, they could not. They were turned down. Now, there are two types of people when it comes to money and wealth creation. We do have those that spend more than they make. Sometimes to be able to please the Joneses, you just want to spend and spend. There are too many things coming in my head. I have daily experiences of things, and I like to share things that are relational, but we don't have much time for that. But just to understand that many people get to spend more than they make. For others, they spend all that they make because at the end of the month or the end of their auditing period, everything comes back to zero. So hey, they are happy. They are not owing. Nobody's owing them, but they don't have any excess because, as my friend Emeka Nwako will say, you take for you to be a venture capitalist, then you must be going on an adventure. For many people, they do not have left over to be able to get into an adventure with life because at the end of the day, everything comes to zero. So the third class, they get to spend less than they make, putting the surplus to work. So they intentionally spend less so that they can have some extra money to go into some adventures. Again, like I would say, these things are not automatic. It's a trait, it's a habit. We have 7 habits of highly effective people, but this is one habit to be able to intentionally focus on growing your surplus funds so that you can invest into tomorrow. Because that brings us to the 2 simple ways by which we can create passive cash flow, create wealth and financial independence. Number 1 is that you do have this capital, you have the cash, you have the crypto, you can have the other asset classes, and you put that to work, and they generate profits for you. It looks as if it's easy, yeah. So it's said, but again, if you do not have this thing readily available, then number 2 might be your option, where either you do not have the capital or what you have is not enough. Then you engage your sweat equity and you build capital to be able to put that capital to work. So sometimes a job is your sweat equity. And I tell people there is dignity in labor. Honor the process and don't let anybody put you down. There are different tags that they do give to people who are on a job. I don't think that's correct. You are doing what is legitimate. You are putting food on your table, clothes on your back, because the people who are putting these tags, then they'll tell you, come and join this. Where did they want you to get the money? Is it not from the same thing they were actually running down? So for you, if you get a job, it's not just about how much they pay you. It may not be enough, but you've got to be intentional to be able to try to fall into the third category where you spend less so that you can put the excess into some adventure of a sort so that your money can work for you. Now, when it comes to financial independence is when you can live off your profit and you do not need to have to eat your capital. Because in today's world, the pressure and the demand on our resources is on the increase. And a lot of people are getting to tamper with their capital in order to meet up. At a point like that, you find out that you are not just killing, but you are not just crushing the egg, you are also crushing the goose that is laying the egg. So financial independence, when you just live off the profit. Even in my own personal idea, will tell you, you don't just eat off your profit. You should be eating off your profit's profit. Using your money to get more income. So then you now start from the second, third generation of your profit to spend. Not even your first generation, because your capital makes a profit. You shouldn't still be spending that. You have not broken even. You are too close to call. You find a way to put that into some other things that you are certain, you are sure, you've checked them out, and let it produce. Then you can begin to eat from that. That's my own personal formula for what I do. Now, wealth is built when you can pay for life luxuries with your profit while you allow your capital to grow. So sometimes you get to see people live life, and some of them, they are on debt. They see people abroad, they take credit card, they can buy a car, they can be on mortgage, and you are all pressured up because you want to be like the Joneses. Again, allow your capital to grow so that you can spend from your profits profit. Even the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance, not for his children. Guess what? Children's children. So you should be thinking about the third generation. Okay, that's how, once you begin to have that paradigm, you begin to see that even though you've made a little profit, you have not begun the game. That profit should be working for you, because if you are not careful, everybody draws you into their expenses. And I'll quickly tell you something that happened. I think yesterday, my wife is a medical person, and she was at work. She had done 24 hours coming back yesterday, and she gave me a call and said, "Hey, we have this family friend, and the wife is having a birthday." And because I just saw that she sent the invites to my phone, that the celebration is tomorrow, Sunday, and it's an all-white party. So, it sounds somehow we've got to show. So right now, what am I thinking? So that we need to make plans, go buy whites and all those things. I said, I don't discuss such things on the phone. When you get home, we'll talk about it. So, and so I didn't even get to talk about it until today. And she said, so what are we going to do? I said, what did they say? He says an all-white party. I said, if I go without white, will I be thrown out? He said, it's an all-white party. I said, see, somebody is celebrating herself, and she has set up a dress code for herself that she has prepared for. Then you are sending me an invite within 24 hours for what I did not budget to be able to fit into another person's, expense column. It was never in my itinerary. So let's say I even get a white shirt. Then I need to go and get a white trouser. Then I need to go and get a white probably fitting shoes or sneakers or whatever. Was that on your bill? If it's not, then you are simply living another person's life. So simply, if I go there, I'm on black. Listen, again, I've always said this, the simpler your life, the easier it is to maintain. Don't carry other people's itinerary into your own finances. They drafted theirs, they made their plans months ago, they knew what was coming. Nobody should put you under pressure to spend for what you did not plan for. I don't know why I'm drifting this way, but sorry, That's just me. And no apologies for anybody. If I go there, you say, get out, I'll get into my car and I'll drive home and I'll be very, very comfortable. So wealth is built when you can pay for life's luxuries with your profit while your capital grow anyway. So freedom is basically when you can now build your capital and you can generate cash flow from anywhere in the world, any time of the day, any economic environment, with as little as a phone, laptop, and an internet connection. It's very, very important that we understand that. Some of us might have seen, I think last weekend, Thursday, okay, you see on my social, my Facebook, I got a leadership award, and I dressed on a tee. Okay, somebody said to me, "Were you really prepared for that event that you went?" I said, "Yeah, I was prepared. I was prepared for going with a tee. My wife was with me; she was also on the tee and a jean." Listen, guys, it's your life. Own your life. There is a book that is by a guy called Don Filer. The 45 seconds presentation. Okay, by Don Filer. You might need to get that book. But the core anchor of that book is that you should own your life. Own your truth. Own your own analysis. So you go there and everybody's with gele. You feel intimidated. Hey, so what happened after that day? Life continues. If they had borrowed, they're under pressure. I mean, I went the way I felt comfortable. It's my award, it's my life, and life continues. Any excess, I'm building on it. So you must do things to get you free. And freedom here for us is basically the opportunity to work in any condition and anywhere. Okay, let's move on from that drift. So this is your opportunity basically to be able to create wealth and income. Just allow us to show you how you can benefit with what we are doing here. Now, remember we talk about a VC. So we are basically a VC group, and we have an opportunity offering here that we are participating in. It's an opportunity for equity in an IPO, which is a public offering of a world-leading fintech company. And as we are participating in that, you get passive income from technology trading in multiple asset classes. There's a trading arm. We are not the one trading. Okay, remember, it's like the Shark Tank. They buy into ideas. They are not the one trading. It's not Mark Cuban or what's the other guy's name that is the Fubu guy that is trading. They buy into ideas, and whatever the ideas are doing, you participate. So as you participate in this offering that we have, you're going to get equity in the IPO, just like Rapanas. They waited next 8 years, but this is not going to be as long as 8 years. You get passive income as they get engaged in trading and involving in what they do. And the interesting thing is that you can withdraw your earnings anytime, or you can compound them to build long-term wealth. And there is an opportunity for you to share this with other people and earn referral income that can become life-changing income. The interesting thing is that this is 100% optional. So this is a fusion of AI. AI is artificial intelligence plus fintech, which is financial technology. Listen, this space is buzzing. This space is buzzing. Again, probably a quick detour around this. This morning, I had the opportunity to speak with through one of my business partner to speak with the secretary of the what is it called, Development Bank for Africa. Okay, and then we had a three-way call today to discuss how the crypto space, the blockchain, is affecting the banking sector. Because interestingly, and he was honest, he's not in the know about what is happening. For them, they are just it's a development bank for Africa. They give loans to SMEs and the rest. So I had to give itemized 9 use cases of how this is impacting the banks. And because, and I said to him, I said, listen, sir, I would have thought, because the banks should be seeing that they are, in a way, they are being impacted. It's like you have a competitor and you're not paying attention to the competitor or what he's doing. I used to come to the bank to deposit money. Now I'm no longer depositing money. I'm still sending money, making remittances using another means, and you are not paying attention. it's, listen, there's a big opportunity here, and that's what we are cashing in. So we had a discuss because all of this is to be able to create awareness. At the end of the day, it was much more so, look, I mean, I'm talking about the whole of Africa. The need for us to create a sensitization and a framework and get the regulatory bodies so that when they begin to, it begins to happen. And I said, look, you don't need to be reactive. You've got to be proactive. So listen, guys, there is a lot happening in this space. If people who are at the top there, I mean, in the banking world, are honest enough to say they don't know, I wouldn't blame you if you don't know what is happening. Listen, a lot of things are happening in this space. Many people truly are not aware. So let's talk about this opportunity. Well, artificial intelligence, AI, is used by all top financial institutions. Again, I do not know if all our they include most of our African institutions, because I was very blunt to put it out to him today. Sometimes you make a transaction, there's a decline, you wait for 24 hours for reversal to know where your money is and all those things. I say in the 21st century, I said that's an Old Testament operation. So I do not think they are even using artificial intelligence in those institutions. Well, the venture capital raise that we are getting involved with is funding the development of a new super AI. And this super AI is designed to be able to create trading profit unseen before in this space. Now, this is the largest financial technology development project currently in the world. So we are using the crowdfunding model as venture capital raising for the masses. So like I did mention, some of these VCs, you don't even get to hear this thing. 2, 3, 4 people, they've taken it up. So, but we are beginning to use and I think we are pioneering the use of this phrase, what you get to understand later, as a decentralized crowd offering, getting people to be involved through the process. Well, the venture capital companies wanted to hijack this, but they were declined. And this project is about bringing wealth to the masses, not only the institutions. You can be a part of us from as little as $100 up to $102,000. Remember, our partners actually had between 100,000 to 500,000. So imagine what was his benchmark, his minimum, is almost our own maximum here. Okay. So you can contribute for as little as $100 to $102,000, and you can decide your own level of contribution. Now, if you get to max it out at $102,000, it gives you an access pass to a VIP private access of this trading technology, personally trading for you in your own personal capacity. In other words, it's like you have created an ATM machine wherever you go, because it keeps working just for you alone when you become a VIP member. Now, there are 2 phases of this project, and the first phase here is to raise $10 million for the development and testing of this super AI. And I can report as of this evening, we've raised over 2.7 million out of the 10 million. And there is also another $500 million that is needed. And I think we've raised over 80 million or so in that direction for development and testing of this super AI. Now, the profits, now why they are developing this super AI, remember we are making contributions towards the 10 million and the 500 million. So what happens to the monies from the 500 million are waiting when the entire project is completed, because they've begun the project. So they use their current algorithm to apply it to this trading. Now, remember, if there is no deficiency in the current AI, they will not be raising another one, which is why you see the current Apple you see today was not the Apple of 2 years ago. The current iPhone you are using was not the iPhone. So things are progressive and they are working to scale up, which is why using this, putting this new super AI to work, while that is being developed, they are using their current algorithm to apply on the fund available to trade. Now, as they trade, the profits that are being made are being paid out to the contributors. Now, there are also future fundraisers that will be available covering the stock markets, the forex markets, commodities, futures, and all of it. The company behind this is Endotech. Endotech is a fintech company, and Endotech has a team of 60 plus AI scientists, quantum mathematicians, analysts, developers, and researchers. Endotech is a world leader in creating artificial intelligence financial technology for institutional investment firms. They've been doing this for over a decade. And they have a white paper detailing the project, which again was published to get input from the world's top AI and trading minds. So this is not a hush-hush thing. We just want, no. This is something that is out there already so that people can make their input, because this is the biggest project in the AI space currently. And Endotech plans to become a public company next year, 2022. That is when they will be bringing this super AI to the financial world. Remember, Rapanas waited for 8 years. So imagine you being a part of this, and by next year they are going public. That will be very, very sweet. Well, the brain behind all of this is Dr. Anna Baker. She's the CEO of Endotech. She's very passionate about artificial intelligence, and she holds a PhD in artificial intelligence, and she's been developing financial technologies for over 2 decades. She's an author, speaker, consultant, world leader in AI financial technology, and she has previously created and sold financial technology companies in the forex sector. Her technologies are still currently being used, so it's not something she still has technologies being used by leading global banks and investment funds globally. So Endotech is not much of a startup as it were. They've been around since 2012, so it's pretty long, 9 years. 2012 they were registered, doing many other things around the forex space that I do know. But in 2017, they saw, just as Coinbase jumped in 2013, they saw things happen around the crypto space. And in 2017, they said, why don't we create an algorithm that will be trading crypto? That was how they did that. And in 2018, they successfully launched it, just as they are doing the super AI that will be launched next year. And the commercial use of that AI cryptocurrency algorithm began. Well, they started dreaming again of this super AI that can do much more based on what they've seen. And that gave birth to the launch of the Daisy crowd fund, which we're all participating in. And with what we are contributing, the Daisy crowd fund will be able to bring this super AI to completion in 2022. Then we go into the IPO, add forex trading, and a whole lot more to that. Then looking forward to additional asset classes covering stock, covering commodities, futures, and all of that. Well, we're using a smart contract for deployment of this project, because the smart contracts are a new technology that ensures that all promised outcomes are all delivered, and they operate in a decentralized environment on the blockchain, free from human intervention. They provide full transparency of all transactions for your peace of mind. I mean, I was talking to the person from the development bank today for Africa, and I said, listen, you know, our traditional banks, a whole lot of things are done with paperwork, too many paperworks. I said, I think with things like smart contract, you have peace of mind. It's easier for if EFCC had a case, they'll crack it. Because you just go there, you just export the entire, it's a public ledger. I mean, the blockchain is a public ledger. It's not, it's open, and anybody can just go there, extract it, and they'll track everything in and out. And it's easier rather than you need to go and get some code to this thing to override somebody's account. Well, with a smart contract, everybody knows their status part-time. And there's instant payout of referral earnings to your personal wallet that you do control. This is outside the maybe Daisy. Right? Whatsoever monies you got to get, somebody sent me a message 2 days ago. I think he's on. He said, it's like I'm not seeing some money. I said, it's not possible. That was my word. I said, it's not possible. I said, it's not possible. I said, okay, go check here, go check here, go check here, confirm this, and it was true. So at the end of the day, all payments are instant. If you are looking for money and it's not there, then that transaction didn't happen. Well, we are using the Tron blockchain for this project because of its attendant benefit. Number one, the Tron blockchain is among the fastest and the most scalable blockchain. Tron blockchain is a top emerging decentralized app platform. And we are basically using USDT TRC20. It's a stable coin, which is pegged to the dollar. So when we say one USDT, we mean $1. When we say 100 USDT, we mean $100. And this dominates all USDT liquidity in the market. So it's used as our choice of funding contribution for this project. But please, while you are also getting USDT, you will also need Tron, TROX. Now, Tron blockchain has a very low transaction fees for transferring your funds. So when you say, okay, they say I want to buy $100, please, you will need to also buy Tron, TROX, for the transaction fees, even though they are quite low, but you need for Tron. So basically, you need 2 asset classes for every transaction that you'll be carrying out. Now, there are 10 doorways into this project. We have, beginning from tier 1. So tier 1 is $100 contribution. 50% of that will go into your trade, 50% will go into the referral plan. Then you get a unit of shares, okay? Just like Rapanas put in his money, he got shares. So you also have the same opportunity. Tier 2 is $200. Again, please, I want to be clear because people still keep missing this. Somebody feels, okay, I've done $100. Now, so I want to go to the next level. How much is it? Then you say $200. Okay, let me send extra $100 to make it 200. No, everyone is an entity on its own, is independent of the other. Tier 1 is $100 complete. Tier 2 is a full $200. So it means, are you adding into the original 100 to make it 300? That's exactly what it is. Look at it. Tier 1 is 100, tier 2 is 200. That's a total of 300. Tier 3 is 400, with total of $700. Tier 4 is 800, 15. And you can go from tier 1 to tier 10. But anything you do between tier 1 to tier 7, I'm on tier 7, meaning I have a contribution of $12,700 into this project, and I have 127 units of shares waiting when they go public. Now, any contribution you make here will be divided 50-50. 50 of that, 50% of that will go into your trading passively for you, and 50% will go into the referral plan. You have your share equity, stock equity there. Then, excuse me. Any contribution made from tier 8 down is becoming higher. It will be split, but no longer 50-50, it will be 70-30. What that means is that they are putting more of your money into passive trade so that you can make more passive income. Remember, we're talking about how to putting your money to work so that you get to earn passive income. So all of that is available here. So we have tier 1, tier 2, up to tier 10, which is why I said you can start with $100 up to the max is $102,300. Now, I do know that a lot of us are busy about so many other things and we do not want another job. And we are trying to get into things that are passive, just like the Bible will say, it said, so cast your bread upon the waters, you don't know which shall bring forth either this or that. And some of us say, okay, let me put money here, let me put money here. So I don't want to be too active, and can the money just work for me? Can I be passive about this? And the question here is yes. Now, how does that work? 50 to 70% of your contribution will go into the trading fund, and that will earn you passive trading rewards over time. Please, this is not an overnight money, okay? It works over time. 50 to 70% of your contribution will go into trade, and Endotech historically develops an average annual profit of about 200% with compounding. And again, somebody feels 200% is ridiculous. Well, I do know you could trade yourself and probably you can make more than that, but I tell you, you will be engaged with all the emotions, all the trauma. The price is going up, the price is coming down. Some of us are even confused. We seem as if we're even stuck. We don't even know whether Bitcoin is going, whether Bitcoin is coming down, whether Ethereum is going, whether Ethereum is coming down. And it's a whole lot of drama right now. So everybody that wants to look like an expert is just stuck. And but you don't need to be involved with that. It's just you allow your money to work. And I mean, go check out your traditional investment portfolios. How much do you get with your stock. How much do you get out of your treasury bill? I mean, what was even 10 to 13% is now about 3 to 6%, and people are still excited, and you have 200%. You got to talk about bond. Yeah, I know you bond is like you're tying your money to get it back into the future, and the inflation rate is on the rise. The CPI is on the rise. You've got to look at all of this. By the time you are cashing out your money, whenever they get to pay you, the bag of a bag of rice has gone up, the bag of cement has gone up, that money has lost value. Are you really still in profit? So just think what Endotech is offering, at least averagely, again, which I can tell you is very conservative. So the goal of this super AI development is to be able to increase the current trading result up to 4 times. So rather than probably about 200%, we're looking at about 800%. But I know what the numbers are very conservative also. So you also get exclusive equity share in the IPO of Endotech that is planned for next year. All of this because you are part of our VC community and you're still going about your normal job or business and everything. Guys, this is worth it. This is my personal result. Again, past performance is not indicative of future performance. This is for informational purpose only, okay? But this is a real AI trading result. This is mine. Myself and a few of the leaders here, we are part of this that we're part of those that beta tested this system just for 4 days earlier this year. Then after just 4 days, and it was shut down to the rest of the world while they upgraded it from 1 smart contract to 11 smart contract. And March 30th this year, it was opened up for the rest of the world and trading had begun. But again, begin to see things like 7% here, 13%, look at it, $233, $420. And for each of these, you are seeing request payout, because the control as to when you want to take out your money, what's the profit is in your hand. They don't have a time to say, this is the days you withdraw. No, you withdraw once the trading goes into profit. So I came here and I saw, this is May 1st, 1,207. I'm like, why? I just clicked on it and I withdrew. Okay, I withdraw another one. Probably I will update this the next time when you see the other withdrawals that I had made out of this. So I'm not the one trading. It goes into profit and I take it out, or I choose to compound it. Now, there's referral pay plan. Again, like I said, for those of us who are building a tribe, building a network, you get referral bonuses on contributions of your personal referral. Anybody that gets to join you get rewarded. We have other network bonuses, up to 10 generations, matching bonuses. There's a lot of things happening. Even the people you get in, as their trade is developing profit for them and they are withdrawing their profit, you're also being paid. There's a lot of money on that table. We have other trainings and videos that will throw more light on that. But let me just take you through one of it and its possibility, because we run a 3x10 matrix. Even if all you did was a $100 tier, look at the possibility. Just that you came in and you got in a $100 tier. Either you got in somebody or you didn't, but the team above you and others are still building, and you are having people fall under you, 3 people, because it's 3x10, 3, 9, 27, 81. As this number of people are coming under your structure, whether you're also joining to build them or they are coming from others, and you say, I don't want to talk to anybody, I just want to put in my money, and these numbers for any reason begins to drop, just think about what is happening. You are earning $12, 36, 81, 243, 7 something, down to the 10th generation, and you could be doing over $344,000 from just a $100 tier. Just think about that. And you can earn this without bringing anybody. But please, this is under your circle of concern, not your circle of control. You can't control this since you are not also making any input. So whenever you get to see it, you see it. So, oh no, I've joined, I've not seen any money. Please, we don't want that drama, okay? You came to just put your money, let your money work for you. So if for any reason others that are building, build and they spill over and it falls, interesting thing that everything is being paid instantaneously. And I can show you numbers of people who today, without talking to one person, are building some significant amount out of this. Then what's the benefit of referring contributors if you choose? Well, you get to create a supplementary income or a life-changing income from a referral commission, and you receive a share of all funding contributions and all trading rewards globally. As things are happening, you're also participating in the distribution of the wealth, and you also create that. There is a level you get to, you get additional shares like Rapanas that can earn you much more money. And you can even use this referral income to fund additional crowdfunding contributions and create more wealth. I do know a lot of people on this call who is from the commissions that they just found out they were making commission because they were building a team, sharing with their friends, and they are earning. And they are now taking that to also either upgrade their tiers or go into project 2 that we'll be talking about. Now, like I did mention, there are 2 projects here. What I've just talked about is project 1. You can be a part of project 1 without being a part of project 2. And let me be upfront that you can be a part of project 2 right now without even being a part of project 1. But you can use one stone and kill 2 birds and enjoy both worlds, which is a balance of what I will encourage anyone who has the ability to go for it. And again, whatsoever you have contributed for project 1 does not count for project 2. That is for that project. That project has its own offering, profit, equity, income, passive trading, you have stock equity, you have some extra income that might be coming, and all of that is available in project 1. So we are funding that Endotech project, and the things we will get out of that is stipulated. Now, we have a project 2 right now, which is very exciting, and this is actually what is making a lot of us look forward to the next 2-3 weeks with much more excitement, because it's time sensitive also. But what's project 2 all about? Project 2 is all about a DeFi launchpad by Daisy, a Daisy DeFi launchpad. And one might ask, what is DeFi? Well, let me just give you an opportunity overview of this. Well, DeFi is decentralized finance, and is the fastest growing and the most lucrative sector in the cryptocurrency market right now. DeFi is the future of finance because it's removing the middlemen like the banks, facilitating peer-to-peer lending and borrowing. And interestingly, I was talking with the Development Bank of Africa representative today, and I said, listen, sometimes we even give your facilities a loan, you know all the things and all the rigorous work. I said, right now, there are DeFi platforms giving out loans and things like that, and everything well cut out. So, which is why, unfortunately, you are seeing that the traditional markets or banks are fighting. Some of them find that they can't win the war and they are reverting. I think just this week or last week, the Nigerian Central Bank now announced that they are launching their own CBDC, their own token, crypto coin in the month of October. Well, happy independence to them. The capital raise here will be for the launch of a platform to bring top DeFi projects to the market. Now, some of us have been following the story of Richard Branson. Okay, Richard Branson, who went out of Earth. He went out of Earth and came back. You know, there's anybody that goes out, even witches and wizards, they still operate within the Earth anyway. So these guys, they went to a higher coven. So they left Earth and they went to space and they came back. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. I mean, it's like that's the new trending thing. But listen, none of those rockets launch on their own power. They use NASA. So whether you are Richard Branson, NASA will answer you. Whether you are Jeff Bezos, NASA will answer you. So they create a platform, bring your rockets. Where do you want to go? If you want to go to the moon, that does not concern them. As when they launch you, you will find your way, dear. If you like, go to the stars. When they launch you, you will navigate yourself and come back and tell the story. So what we are having here is a DeFi launchpad that is bringing projects with dream, with prospect, which again, some of us will be part of, to launch them, to see their dreams come alive. And in doing that, you get to receive equity, you get to receive reward, you get to receive profits, and you can access these DeFi tokens at heavily discounted prices. Now, one might be asking, what's this DeFi token and what's this DCO launchpad all about? Well, the Daisy DCO platform is a decentralized crowd offering, and it's a community-backed that backs mega project. That's what it's like. We're a VC, okay? So we're a community. Today, go to Telegram groups. You see some Telegram group, 5,000 people. They are doing what they call pump and dump. They pump a project, the project will go boom, they crash it. They go somewhere 2,000, they are pumping. Now, as at this evening, we are over 144,000 people in our community. Now, imagine we are not robots, we are real people. If 144,000 people choose to pump a project, where do you think the price will get to? So we are a community that is backing mega project. What Shark Tank, those people use their influence, they back a project. That's the same opportunity we have here. We provide disruptive projects with the community they deserve, because sometimes there are some huge projects, but they don't have the community. So we become their community, we back them up, and we launch them. And this provides our own community with the project we inspire, because we don't just, we get to vote. You get to determine, no, I think this project should be what we'll back, and that inspires you that you are part of the project. And for every one of us that is participating in this, we'll be getting profit, we'll get equity, we get income also. Now, in this launchpad, Daisy token is the utility token for the Daisy launchpad, because somebody get to ask, so what's the use case of this? Please, if you go to Uniswap, you must use Ethereum. If you go to Pancake, you must use BNB. If you are on the Daisy launchpad, then you must use the Daisy token. That's how this comes out. And interestingly, our token is our platform is a cross chain. So it means even others can still come, but to launch, you need our token. So for those of us who will be holding this Daisy token and you choose to stake it, it's much more like having fixed deposit, okay? Token stakers have exclusive first round access to each project. So every project that is coming to launch, whether it's a Jeff Bezos project, whether it's a Richard Branson's project, whether it's an Elon Musk project, they will give us access to that project first. What is it? Is it right, okay, to say no or to accept the project? So everyone staking their tokens will have that first access to this project. And think about that, the import of that. Now, token stakers also get to earn yields when each project raise begins. So as each project begins, it's again, like I said, it's like fixed deposit. When you fix, you get interest. So you are getting interest because your money is locked in while these projects are being worked on. Then token stakers also earn additional Daisy token after each project raise. So when the project is complete, you also earn additional Daisy token again. Now remember what I've just said, token takers earn yields when each project is being raised. It simply means for this project you are participating in, you are also going to get airdrop from them, okay? And you do not know what that airdrop can become tomorrow. We've seen tokens move from cents to thousands of dollars. So imagine what you get based on the amount that you stake. And apart from getting the airdrop, you're also getting more Daisy token because you stake to support this project. Now, the valuation on the coin market cap, which will begin August 15 for this token, Daisy token, will be $5 per token. $5 per token, it is set. Then there is a referral bonus paid out instantly in USDT for sharing with your friends right now who are participating in this project. You get to earn reward. You see, they choose not to pay you in our token. Now, that would have been the easiest thing to do. But they choose, no, our token for us is more valuable than the USDT. We pay you in USDT, but we keep our token. Just think about that. I have to tell you, they know what they are doing. Well, 300 million of this Daisy token was available for the pre-sale phase. And round one was at 10 cents. Within 12 hours, it was sold out. Round two was at 25 cents. Within 12 hours, it was sold out. Round three was at 50 cents, already sold. And what was left was actually bumped. And where we are currently right now is what we call the preferred customer round, a PC round. So if you are joining in, I guess, you can only participate in this PC round. But how do you become a part of this? Because we are just about 7 days to this. Well, the PC round actually begins from July 15 and will be ending July 30th. Okay, today is 24. So basically, we're just about 6 days anyway, 6 days to go. So it will be ending 12 a.m., okay, Nigerian time, July 30th. So again, just 6 days to go. Who can participate in this PC round? Well, any member of the Daisy community who have registered and has funded a minimum of tier 1 in the Daisy AI crowd, meaning you've been in project 1, you can still participate. People who have not joined the Daisy community and they also want to just only buy the token, they can also participate. So whether you are in the community, you can buy. You are not in the community, you can participate. Now, how many of this token is available right now in this PC round? There are 75 million. And remember, any tokens not sold in this PC round will also be bought. This is a deflationary token, so they are not trying to recycle it. They are burning it again. That will shoot the price up. So what's the token price for the PC round? I mean, I can't tell you what the price is because a linear increase in price after each purchase, but the price actually began at $1 USDT, July 15. It's still $1 plus some fraction because the price will keep increasing as people are buying up to $1.50. The interesting thing in all the last 3 rounds, people wait to the last, in fact, the last 20 minutes. That's when we begin to rush as if, I don't know, rapture is about to take place. Please don't put yourself under that pressure because you won't be buying at a higher price. Get earlier, buy right now because the earlier you purchase, the lower you can pay. So, okay, no, I have only $1, you can buy. I have only $10, you can buy because as you are waiting for it to accumulate to 200 to 500, you might be buying much at a much more higher price. Now, there is bonus token that is available if you are a member of the Daisy community and you now want to buy. Now, if you have been registered in Daisy prior to July 7, when you buy, you are going to receive an additional 25% token, okay, given to you. So, for example, like you buy $1,000, they give you extra 250. You buy $100, they give someone say, you say, am I going to pay 75 cents? No, you're not paying 75 cents. You are paying the full value, but you get an extra additional token added to you. If you join us after July 7, and then which again, today is still after July 7, so you can become a part of the Daisy community, then you don't buy your token. You will be receiving additional 10% token added to what you purchase. But please, you must be registered with Daisy prior to the PC purchase because some people just go ahead and they buy the token, then they don't want to become a member and say, where's that 10%? You will not get it. Register first, then buy the token. You have that extra 10% to the quantity that you bought given to you. Now, if you are, somebody say, okay, so how many of these tokens can I purchase in the PC round? Like I said, any number of tokens at the listed price as at the time when you are making the purchase. Just go to daisypresale.com. You will see the price available and you can buy from $1 to $1.50. So check the current price. You can buy even 1. You can buy 23. You can buy 42. You can buy 69. You can buy 101. You can buy 1,022. Any number. In fact, you can just go and check what is left and just buy everything. That will be very, very good for the community. So the optimal outcome is to purchase as many tokens as you can and as quickly as you can. Do token purchases have, in this round, do they have a vesting period? Vesting period means a holding period. Yes, they do. All discounted pre-sale and PC round tokens have a vesting period. When you buy this token, like I said now, it's about $1 few cents, and it's going to be selling at $5 in the next less than 20 days. That's already value. That's already value that you are buying something in the next 2 weeks plus will be selling at $5. That's already value. But you see, what happens is that people will want to dump it. So the tokenomics for this is that 5% of the tokens purchased are unvested over 90 days. So if you buy 1,000 within your first 90 days, every single day, they will be giving you some amount of your token prorated to 5% of what you should get within your first 90 days, so that you can keep them, you can sell them at whatever the current market price is. Then the balance of the token will be unvested at the rate of 10% per month, which means from your 4th month, you keep getting 10% of your total token. Please, this is clear. Because somebody called the other and said, can't I get all my tokens at once? No. Capital, no. So you hear it with capital later. No drama. Don't come and try twisting. No, this is how the tokenomics works. So that, and you'll see the reason for that. do my vested tokens earn staking reward? Because yes, it's like a fixed deposit. As long as they are holding it, then they are paying you interest on what is on hold. Yes, unvested token can continue to be staked. So after they release the token to you, you can stake it back and you can sell it. And vesting of token protects the price of token by avoiding token owners who bought low, selling tokens quickly and negatively affecting everyone. Now, remember, perhaps you are now buying at $1. Some of us got this at 10 cents. So imagine if it's at $5 and we are unloading our 10 cents. Even you that bought at 10 at $1, yes, you will make money. Guess what? Once it goes public, people will be buying at $5. Then those of us that bought at 10 cents, which is what you see in the pump and dump scenario. So this is not a pump and dump. This is a VC. We are business people. And we must think like business people and not just to give us this day our daily bread kind of mentality. So we don't want that dumping. So there is a way to hold it and make sure it grows. And I'll show you things that have worked that way. How does a non-Daisy member access the PC round? So again, you are not yet in our community, you've not bought, you are not holding this token. Well, you must be referred by an existing member of the Daisy community. So if you're a guest here, please, whosoever invited you has a referral URL that you can use to access and you can buy. And when you buy, you also have your own referral link to also share with others. What do I earn for the PC round purchase made by Daisy member? Well, if a member of your community buys into this token, you will earn 10% referral bonus. This will be 5% before in our project work, but right now it's 10%. Anything anybody buys, you earn 10% of that. Think about that. You are collecting tithe, whether you believe it in it or not. You earn extra 3 to 4% matrix bonus, because some of us are just finding that I've not, other than a few people that have bought, but the final you are, and somebody shared the other, they said, as I'm buying, I'm using the commissions to buy. I see my commission coming back again because your team members are buying. And as they are buying, you are getting 3 to 4% again of whatever they buy. What do I earn from the PC round purchase if it's a non-member, somebody who is not in the community? You will still earn 10% of whatever they buy and you still earn 4%. So imagine somebody joins you today. I don't want to join the community. I just want to buy the token. Anything the person buy, you're earning 14% of it. 10% direct, 4% matrix. So the person buy $1,000 worth, you've just made $140 just for whatever the person buys. So just think about that. And it can come handy for your upgrades or for your other higher purchases too. Now, if I'm not a Daisy member, can I join Daisy after July 15th? Yeah, today is after July 15th. Yes, so you can join while this PC round runs for the next 6 days. Set up your wallet, fund it, register with Daisy so you are 100% ready to purchase your PC round, and you're also able to share with others. And remember, by referring others to buy token, you also earn instant payments that you can use to buy more token purchases. So as we begin to close, does it make sense for me to buy now? Since I've missed at the 10 cents, I'll show you some numbers. Why pre-sale at any level still makes sense? You can see NXT, look at the pre-sale price, doing over 250%. Look at IOTA doing over 520. Look at NEO over 102%, Ethereum over 700,000%. Well, some of us got Daisy at 10 cents, which will be about 5,000. Some of us will be getting it at $1, which will be about 500%. So you now think what the possibilities are in the future. I'll just show you just 2-3 scenarios, and we'll wrap this up. But let me just show you something quickly, because practically every day I go looking at these things, and I'm just wowed by the things that are possible. Now, this is CoinGecko. Okay, you can come to CoinGecko, come to something like a DeFi. When you come to DeFi, you are seeing top 100 DeFi coins by market capitalization. Number one here is Uniswap, and on the 15th of August, Daisy will be launching first on Uniswap, followed by Pancake, then 4 other platform exchanges just in the month of August. So that's telling you this is not something that there will be a lot happening to take the price up. But again, at Uniswap, $18. Okay, in the last 7 days, it has moved 10%. In the last 24 hours, it has done 4.7%. Now you now think I now want to go and do treasury bill that now give me 4% per annum. Well, it's okay. Everybody does what they understand. So take a look here. Current price 18. How much was the all-time low? 10 months ago, $1. 10 months. This is not pre-sale. All-time high was 3 months ago, May, at $44. How will you? So for those of us right now that I'm saying the pre-sale is even at $1. That you buy at $1, and in the next, because this was 7 months ago, in 7 months you are doing $44. That's an amazing ROI. That's an amazing ROI if you have your business cap on. That's Uniswap. Now let's go back and let me show you one more. Like I said, we'll be on Pancake also. After Uniswap, we have Pancake here. Pancake just 9 months ago, all-time low 19 cents, all-time high 3 months ago, April 30, 43. So how do you put for every 19 cents, 20 cents you and can take it to $43? Can see even at the current price where it has dropped 68%, you are still doing over 7,000%. I don't think your real estate has given you 7,000% in 1 year. I don't even know what you're putting in outside the crypto space or the DeFi space giving you all of this. So these numbers are real. And these numbers, I'm showing you numbers in a bear market because we are currently in a bear market. What do you think about, okay, I'll show you two more. I like this. I always like to talk about this. Yan Finance. Let me show you Yan Finance. I started seeing Yan Finance when they were about, is it 12 or 12,000. So Yan Finance right now is $29,000. Look at Yan Finance. All-time low was a year ago, July 18. Today is July 24. July 18, last year, just exactly 1 year ago, it was $31. $31. Not even the pre-sale, $31. All-time high was just 2 months ago, $90,000. Even Bitcoin has not even entered 70,000. But this thing went from $31 to $90,000. How many of these would you have loved to have custody of? So you have 10 of these, that's 900,000, almost $1 million. Guys, and you see young people taking advantage of things like this and information like this. And if you do not understand, you call everybody a Yahoo boy. Okay, so let me show you two more. I'll just show you two more. But I like this. I show people this socks. Then I'll show you something that I saw yesterday, and I was just smiling to myself. Look at Jesus. Guys, how many of us remember that 2 weeks ago, last week, socks was 38,000, and I was showing. I mean, I do the recordings of this trading, so you can go back and watch them. Socks was 32,000, 38,000. Okay, but today is $52,000 for 1 unit of socks. Okay, be that as it may, let's come down here. All-time low of socks was $41, March 13, $41. All-time high was just 5 months ago, March 4, $164,000. How do you move from $41 to $164,000 for one token? How do you explain that? If you had bought only one at $50, it means you would have made over $100,000 for just holding one within a year. Because this is March, so within just 1 year, you move $41 to $164. If you had bought 10, you've made 1.6 million. How do you explain this? How do you give this testimony in church, in mosques, or even in any shrine that you attend? How do you tell them this happened? Who will believe you? Guys, there are subtle ways wealth has been created. I mean, I was showing these numbers because some people think these things are scam, people are not buying. These things are moving. If you had bought last week at, I think the only day I showed it at 32, it's now 50, it has gained extra $20,000. Hey, and we are not yet in a bull run. So imagine if the bull run returns. Well, now person will hold money go come off $52,000 to buy. Okay, but let me show you something that I saw yesterday that caught my attention. What's that one? AXS, I think so. Yeah, as Infinity. I saw this move. I was just looking at it yesterday. It's currently $41, right? But guys, take a look. Let me show you something. Let me show you something here. Look at AZI. AZI is just 9 months old. 12 cents. 12 cents. Look at all-time high. All-time high is today. 6 hours ago, $49, 6 hours ago. It moved from 12 cents to $49 in just 9 months. Even if you had bought it at $1 and it moved 9 months, that's why I said, will you be excited if your money can even 10x or even 100x between 6 months to a year? Now, let me show you the graph because I saw this pump up. Let me look at it from coin AXS. Let me look at it from here, and I will show you. Let me show you $40 here. Data is loading here. Guys, look at what happened yesterday. Just look at what happened. Just look at this pool. If you take a look at here, you see 24 hours. No, it should be more than this. I know what I saw. Oh, hold on. Let me take a look here. Now take a look. Okay, it's adjusted itself because 7-day low. You bought it with less in the last 1 week, $14, and it had done over 100%. Yesterday I was watching it. It pumped up over 100%. While I was watching it, it just kept moving. Now, you just think about having your Daisy token. And listen, that's why the tokenomics makes sense, because there will be scarcity, there will be demand, the price will move. It's not a pump and dump thing. It's not a pump and dump thing. These are things happening within 9 months. There was one I showed us the other day, not MMM, Million, okay? Million has dropped a bit, but again, it still makes sense within the time. It's $54 today. Right now, it has done 12% today. Look at it. All-time low was 16 days ago, July 8th. All-time high was July 14th. Today is 24, 10 days ago, $222. How do you buy at $5 and on the 8th, 6 days after, it has gone to 222? You now think for some of us that have over 10,000 of this coin. You now think some of us that have over 50,000 of these coins, or some of us who are getting the spillover maker, of which one share will be over 10,000 tokens right now for you, and it now goes to $5 listing price. That's already $50,000. It now goes to 100. Guys, listen, there's so much money on the table. So I hope what is available here that we are talking about. I can keep showing you the numbers. I take time to check these numbers out daily, and I'm seeing amazing things. So you can act now and lock in at the best price that you see. Again, I tell people there is a way we can, there's a hack right now I'm not permitted to discuss on because these are recorded. I don't intend to put this recording on private or unlisted. I normally put it public so people can access it. But there is a private way you can access and get more token for less. If you can, in a particular way, get to the Telegram group. There is a video that I kept my sponsor made on how to access the hack around this, and get somebody to get you that video, or go into the Telegram group and watch it, and you will see how you can participate. But by all means, you just have 6 days. Some people were told when it was before we went 10 cents, they didn't participate. They were told before we went 25 cents, they didn't participate. We were told before we went 50 cents, they didn't. It's even for those of us who bought at 50, now it's $1 plus. So you are already in profit. And in the next, today's 24, in the next probably 16 days or so, it will be listed at $5. And I've just showed you what numbers are looking like with other things happening. So imagine that December, this thing even gets to $50, which we do know. If you follow America's calculator, you will lose sleep this night. So just imagine the possibilities ahead. So imagine owning equity in projects that will be revolutionizing the current and the future financial industry. Imagine earning passive profit rewards, accessing discounted and free DeFi tokens, and then the opportunity to earn referral income from sharing this opportunity from others. Guys, it's amazing what we do have. I remember Meka called me. He said, look, these are some of the numbers that they are seeing. He said, is this correct? Is this correct? I told him, I said, hold on, let me check mine. When I checked, I said, confirmento, Roger that number is correct. There is a lot of money on the table. And he said, listen, now this is where the parable, he said, go beat them, come. That was what it felt like today. Guys, if you're a guest, please get started today. Get back to the person who shared this opportunity with you so that I can get you started today. It's possible, join Project 1, then join Project 2. If you feel, no, let me just join Project 2 alone, you can go ahead. If you can feel, let me join Project 1, you can go ahead. But listen, by all means, get started. Why? Because the next move is on you. The capacity to earn is a gift. The ability to earn is a skill, but you see, the willingness to earn is absolutely your singular choice. With that being said, I want to say thank you very much for being a part of this presentation. Thank you so very much, and look forward to seeing you at our next meeting on Monday, and God bless you.